그럼 뭐해 No way 배가 시작한 날 향한 마음이 왜 이제
Yo, what is good, y'all? This is JV here, and I got an album haul video for you guys. Now, usually I wait till the end of the month to do these so I can get basically, get everything that I'm gonna get for the month and show you guys so I don't miss out on anything. But for the most part, I think I got everything that I'm gonna get for this month, with exception for 2 albums, which is the Ravi album and SES's newest album, which I still haven't ordered yet. I have in my cart, but I haven't ordered it yet, and I'm probably not gonna order it until another week or so. So those might actually come in February, and I'll definitely include those in February's video. And I figured I have enough albums to go over today, and I just want to get this video out for you guys. So I hope you guys don't mind getting this January's video and then the middle of the month here. So let's get started on it. I got a lot of things I'm really excited for and completing a lot of collections here. The first album I got, finally, we got ELO's 8 Femmes or Femmes or something like that. I did speak lightly on this before when I did the album review for this, and I said that this is basically one of the best Korean albums to come out this year, and I still stand by that. I think out of all the Korean albums that came out in 2016, 2 of them came from AOMG, and the other one I bought also as well. And I've been meaning to get the physical for this one for a minute, but I just never quite got around it, and I never wanted to order this on its own. I wanted to kind of order it with something, and I never kind of got around to it, but finally was able to buy it. And packaging pretty much is what I expected. A little, kind of envelope sleeve. You get a interesting little booklet with some artwork and some lyrics in there, and then the disc as well. Such a fantastic listen. 8 songs, as the title suggests, and it's just, again, one of my favorite bodies of work to come out of last year. Next, fellow label mate of ELO's, we got the new Hoodie album. I spoke how much I adore this project. I listen to it a couple times a week on my way back from work, so I'm finally glad to have the physical with this. I actually ordered these 2 together. I thought it was a perfect way to order them. It's like, you know what, gotta show that AOMG love. You know how much I love them. And the way it's this kind of fold out look. You got the little slip in here, and you got some pages and some artwork. Love the design and color palette they use for this. A beautiful like pink hue to it, and you get kind of like a desert scape here, which is kind of in line with the music video that we saw from her. Not the Your Eyes one though, the By Your Side music video actually, with Jinbo. Love this album. Glad to finally have this physically. And I definitely wanted to support her as much as possible, because I thought when you make your debut under a new label, it's important to, that you perform well, and I wanted to do my part on my end. Next up this is a group that I've been supporting for since I learned about them, and I wasn't sure if I was going to jump into the physical game just because I know how much of an investment it was going to be. Yes, I'm talking about LOONA, and there are 3 girls in, so I copped all 3 albums. Yes, I got Heejin, Hyunjin, and Haseul's album. Super hyped about these. The packaging are uniform, and I was praying that they were. I'm like, I hope if they're gonna be releasing these for every single girl that debuts, and I think there's gonna be like 25 albums in total, with Heejin having 1 and then the 12 other girls having 2, with the kind of supplemental subunit things they have going on. I was like, I hope that they make them all uniform and nice to look at from the side, and I didn't want them all fluctuating different sides, and they came through. They're doing a great job with them. They even have it numbered at the top here, number 1, 2, and 3. Mini album, or no, actually these are single albums. You're getting 2 songs each, but they're keeping them relatively cheap for K-pop albums. They're all about 15 each, which I know can be an investment long term, but if you're, just 15 a month, that's all you have to put aside. You can, keep up with LOONA. Unless you want to buy both versions, then it's 30 a month. But I'm not even jumping into that. I'm just getting the girls' single albums. And January's girls actually due up, so I'll definitely be copping that when it comes out. But man, they have like vertical cards and horizontal cards. I'm not like a huge collectible card fan. I'm not into all that, but the photo cards are beautiful, and so are the photo books themselves, and I'm super glad to have that. So I'm gonna give you a little shot. This is Heejin's album. You get a nice picture of her, pretty blank on the back, and then the format for all of them are pretty much the same. You get a booklet here on the side with the disc here, and all of them have pretty much the same design. Here's Hyunjin. Loved her track. Glad to have all these. And again, I was kind of afraid with this many girls debuting. I was like, one thing, will I be able to, keep up with it and will I want to. But so far they're 3 for 3 in terms of me loving the debuts, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give them their money, I'm gonna show them the support. And I see them gaining a little bit more traction, and I anticipate once they debut as a full group, it'll probably be a lot of like people going back and listening to these releases, and they'll get popular when, as time progresses. They're relatively small at this point, but they're still pre-debut, so they're doing a fantastic job. Next we have Jessica's Wonderland, her second mini album. I have to give Cordell so much credit. They're doing a fantastic job with her music, and in terms of the audio and the packaging, man, just amazing. Hardcover. This was not cheap. This was about $30, but I think you're getting your money's worth in my opinion. You got a nice hard slip cover here, and then it's almost in a book fashion, and she's really keeping with this Wonderland theme. You got the disc here, and then you get literally like a fairy tale kind of book here. The second half is like pictures of her that are absolutely beautiful, gorgeous shots, and then the first half is like a literal storybook, which I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have not read. I'm probably not going to read it. I started reading it, I was like, you know what, I don't got time for this. But for you Jessica fans, man, I think this is a must-have album. If you have to choose between the first one and the second one, I say get this one, because just the construction of this album is phenomenal. They're just doing such a great job with her. And then lastly, we have the new AOA albums that just came in for Excuse Me and Bing Bing. Now y'all know when a group drops 2 versions of the album, I'm not always the person to jump into it and buy both versions, but when it comes to certain groups, I'm always on deck to do it. It's like AOA, FX, Red Velvet, Girls' Generation, and then if VIXX does it. Those are the groups that, like, absolutely without a doubt, if they drop 3 versions of their albums, I'm gonna buy all 3. If they do like member versions, I don't do that. They do that for AOA's Japanese. I'm not gonna buy every single member version for every single release. But if they do 2, that's manageable for me. And plus, I buy off Yes Asia. They usually have a deal where you can get both at the same time, one order. Basically, if you work out the math, it's the exact same, so you're not really saving any money. But it's just easier than trying to do the random versions. I know some people, or sometimes they don't have to deal with that, and you have to buy like a random and just hope you get both versions. I ain't playing that game. That's how Red Velvet was, and I was eventually able to get the ice cream cake version, but it took me forever. So these got both versions. I have taken a quick look at it, and I do have the photo cards that I got for them. Got a Jimin photo card. I got a Chanmi photo card, Seolhyun, and then another Seolhyun. So I got a lot of Seolhyun stuff. She's super popular now. Didn't expect that. I always thought that Choa was gonna be that girl, but Seolhyun's really popped off. Took a look at the photo books themselves, and I think Bing Bing actually has the superior photo book. So if you have to choose one, I say actually go with Bing Bing, man. The dark, mature aesthetic and vibe that they went for, and in terms of the visual, in my opinion, is just way better. Excuse Me, absolutely beautiful photo book. But we've seen, this kind of visual style from them before. So that's it for today, guys. Again, I'm gonna go over all the albums that I got this time. We got ELO's 8 Femmes, or Femmes, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry guys. Hoodies, but what is it called? I'm sorry. On and On. I always forget the name of the album. The 3 Luna albums for Heejin, Hyunjin, and Hustle. I don't know. Jessica's Wonderland, her second album, and then both versions of AOA's first full-length album. If you have any questions about any of these albums, leave them down below. I'll more than happily answer them for you. Until next time, this is JV here. I love you guys. Bye.